yarny friends, I'm Sara Sach, and welcome to Coffee and Crochet with Sara, or welcome back. I'm having a little trouble with my program this morning. I did a reset because every now and then it has an update. And so for some reason I feel like I'm looking a little bit pink, and I'm really not pink. I guess I just haven't got my white balance right. So just ignore Pink Sara today, okay? We're still going to have our yarny fun. It's been so hot here, and I looked at the time on my phone, and I noticed that the temperature was only 83. So I'm super happy that it's only 83 degrees today. We've had like 108, 110, and it's just been so hot. Although the humidity hasn't been that bad, so I'm not going to complain. Really, I'm not. I'm just saying it. I'm not complaining. Alrighty, so are we ready for our clinking? Clinkety, clink, clink. You notice I've got my I just want to sip coffee and crochet today. That's all I want to do today. I am on a really strong antibiotic, and I have to be really careful outside right now because this particular antibiotic does tend to make you sunburn easily. But I tan pretty easily. I've got some Cherokee in my background, and so my skin browns up really nice. So I'm really not this pink. Anyway, if you do hear a buzzing sound, my neighbor decided like 2 minutes ago they wanted to mow their lawn, okay? I'm not used to having close neighbors, and it's okay. I don't mind. It's life. Alrighty, so I'm waiting a few seconds to let everybody get in to tell you about our August giveaway. Now, remember last week I told you we usually do the announcement of what the giveaway is on the first Tuesday of the month. And so I waited a week to get things organized, and I still didn't find my bags, but I do have some of them that I brought with me. I was going to give some to my sister, so she's going to have to wait until I find the other ones, and then I'll give her some of those. So anyway, I found some that we can use for our giveaway. They're still brand new, wonderful bags. And I put together a fun Mandala tweed stripe giveaway for this month. I'm going to show it to you. You ready? Now this camera is going to be super close. All right, this is what the giveaway is 4 cakes of Mandala or however you want to say that, tweed stripes from Lion brand. Okay, so there's going to be 2 of this color. Let me turn this. And this is called Dragonfly. And it's lots of shades of blues and browns and some yellows. Really pretty. So there's 2 of those. Then there's 2 of this one, also Mandala stripes from Lion brand. And this color is called Talisman. And it has lots of rainbowish effect in there with the tweed. Isn't that beautiful? That's going to make some really pretty items. Each one of them has 5.3 ounces, which is 426 yards. So there's lots of yarn on both of those cakes. So you're going to get 2 of these 2 and 2 of these, and then you're also going to get the Coffee and Crochet zipper pouch, and it's got the heart on the back. Let's turn it around so it's not upside down. Isn't that cute? These are the same ones that you'll find on the big bag as well. It just doesn't say with Sara. It just says Coffee and Crochet. It's got a zipper on the top, and this is a canvas bag, so it's really sturdy. And on the zipper bag, it has a clip, so you can clip it onto, can't see that. Let's try that again. It has a clip, so you can clip that onto your project bag. And then it also has just a little tassel. This one is teal. And I bought a big bag of tassels, so there's lots of different colors of tassels. And so a lot of them have different colors on the tassel. All right, so this is our August giveaway. So how do you get involved in the giveaway? All you have to do is comment on this video. And we go through and we take all the names and we throw them in a random generator. And whoever's name comes up, if you haven't won that year, so this is year 2022. If you haven't won during the year 2022, then we'll notify you. How do we do that? in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, you have 2 weeks to get involved, and then in 2 weeks, I'll announce the winner. And I do want to tell you, never, ever, 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 ever put your email address or shipping address anywhere on a public comment, okay? And when I announce that winner, again, I will explain how you can contact me. All right, now I do want to remind you, when I do a giveaway like this, I often get lots of emails and messages telling me to enter them in the contest. Those are not how you enter, okay? The way you enter is all you have to do is comment on this video, whether you're seeing it live or whether you're seeing it later on, seeing it, recorded. Either way, your names are put in and a winner is chosen from those names. And I do it this way because if I try to gather all the names from emails and messages on Twitter, messages on Facebook, and even on Instagram, which I really don't like getting them on Instagram because I get so much spam. I have them turned off, and so then I won't see them anyway. It's just too difficult to try to gather them from all the places. And so we just narrow it down to the comments made on the YouTube channel on this video only. And I have had people that'll go to other videos, like some of the ones that I'm going to talk about in just a minute, and they'll ask to be entered from those videos. And it's just too difficult trying to keep up because, to be honest with you, we get 1,000 or so people commenting, just commenting. And I want everyone to have the opportunity to win, of course, but that's why we do it that way, because I have had some questions about that. So I wanted to clarify that. All right, so all you have to do is comment on this video, whether you've seen it live or recorded, okay? And we'll get that out in 2 weeks. We'll announce the winner. All right, so what happened this week at Posh Pooch Designs? I'm going to show you some things. Let me get these situated here. We're going to go back over to this other camera. So last week, or I should say a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, we did the pencil. Get my coaster out of the way there. We did the pencil bookmark. Now this bookmark can be a magnet. It can be a tag to hang on your bag and an applique. And then I had a lot of people ask me about doing a crayon. And so this week we did a crayon. I did 3 because they're just so much fun. And the same thing. You can use these as a bookmark. You can use these as an applique. You can use it as a bag tag. And it's a really fun idea that if you're giving a teacher a gift, maybe to welcome the new year or say thank you for how hard they work, you can add a little bag tag to a gift bag or put it in a gift bag with a wonderful card thanking your child's teacher or teachers. When they get in middle school and high school, of course, they have lots of different teachers. But it's really, really nice, even just to get a simple gift like this and to say thank you, because teachers work really hard, and especially nowadays when the classrooms are bigger and things like that. Now, I did have someone say that they're really just too thick to use as a bookmark, but they're really not, because these are mostly intended for children. And children's books are not as, thin as some of the, adult books are. And I do recommend like the hardback books. These work really great. But also, if you don't want to put a thick bookmark in a book, you can just make the tail longer, use the tail portion as your bookmark, and let that just sort of hang out. So there's lots of ways to use these for lots of different things. Oops, there we go. And so that's what we did for Friday Fun Day, the pencil and the crayons. I love them. I think they would be super cute hung up as a bunting, like in a classroom. You could do both of them, hang them up across, maybe in an art room even, just fun ideas. All right, so then we're doing a series on school spirit, which is our back to school. We did the thick head warmer. We did the school spirit beanies, and then we also did this week the school spirit texting gloves. And I love this pattern because you don't have to do a right and a left. They work for both your right and your left hand. Keeps your hands warm and you can still text and not have your fingers covered. They're really fun. And again, you can make these in school colors. All right. We have one more pattern we're going to do tomorrow for our school spirit, and that's our cowl. And then I'll explain to you how you can make that cowl into a scarf as well. And I also wanted to tell you, one of the things that I get asked all the time is what are the items that work great for craft sales and farmers markets and things like that. Once the school year starts, like it's getting ready to start this year, some of the best selling items that I had, which I don't do markets and stuff anymore. I'm thinking about doing one to raise some money for my grandson's band. But anyway, what works really good is to do these types of patterns where you can do beanies and scarves and headbands and texting or fingerless gloves in the school colors. If there's a particular, I was going to say specific, team that is really big in your area, like we have Oklahoma State and OU, and they have specific colors. Those work great also, just as long as you don't use copyrighted logos, then those things work really great. And I do want to warn you not to use logos and things like that, because you can get yourself in trouble trying to sell things that are copyright. So don't do that. But you can do lots of, especially school colors. They sell really great and are great fundraisers if you use your school colors that are around your high schools, especially in your middle schools, for their football teams and things like that. And that moves us on to our project we did yesterday. So I wrote this pattern about 12 years ago. It's a basic football headband pattern. It's really easy, really stretchy, super easy to adjust to different sizes. And I've got the same colors that I used on these on my pom-poms. You don't have to add pom-poms if you don't want to. It just kind of makes it fun because you're cheering on your team. You could add a flower or whatever you want to. But these have sold really well in the past as well because they're shaped like a football for the football teams. And parents like to wear these as well as the students. And they're really easy to make, okay? So all three of these patterns that I talked about all have a written pattern with photos and a video tutorial as well. So where are they? When we're done with our video, underneath the video, you'll find all the links that lead you right to where those are found. And when you go to the video here on YouTube, all of my patterns underneath those videos in that description box, you'll find a link that will take you to the written pattern with pictures. All right. And usually if there's size adjusting or notes or updates, those will be in that description box underneath as well. All right. And I try to put that pattern link like right under the title so you can find it really easily. All right. And so I just wanted to comment on that about, because I get questions, especially this time of year. What can I sell for fundraisers? What can I make and sell at the farmers market this time of year? What can I make and sell at craft sales? And I'm telling you, some of the best items that I sold were items that had school colors of the high schools and middle schools, because those kids want those things. They like them, and parents do too. The parents are the ones out there, freezing to death watching the football game or watching the marching band or the soccer games. And I realize this isn't for soccer, but you could do it all in one color and still do pom-poms in the color of your kid's soccer team, so I don't want to freeze to death. I went to a lot of concerts and a lot of outdoor stuff. My daughter ran track. She was in jazz band. My son was in marching band. And now my grandson's in marching band. And so it gets cold out there sitting on those bleachers sometimes. You want to be there, but you're cold. And it's kind of nice to have a headband or hat or scarf that promotes the team spirit. And those are things, like I said, that sell really well at this time of year in your fall craft sales. All right, so I just really wanted to talk about that just a little bit. The other thing I wanted to talk about is last week I talked a little bit about the video that Mikey from the Crochet Crowd posted about being kind. And I really got a lot of interesting emails and messages from people who said that they posted something and someone said it was ugly and it really hurt their feelings and they want to quit crocheting. Or someone said that they didn't like the way that looked or the colors weren't pretty. I really want to encourage you again. Crochet is, as I say over and over again, an ever-changing and growing art. We want everyone to love to crochet like we do. And just because someone doesn't maybe pick the colors that you do or the style or whatever, or maybe they're just learning and maybe their stitches are a little loose or a little messy, it's not your place to tell them that unless they actually asked. And so what you need to do, and this is my opinion only, is to be kind and encouraging. And that's one thing I really, really, really try to promote, because we're all at different places, as I say, also in our crochet journey. And just because you've crocheted for 100 years doesn't mean you're an expert. And I honestly believe, a lot of people say, I'm an expert and I don't like the way you did that. Well, you know what? I don't think anyone's an expert when it comes to crochet. I really don't. Because if you're unwilling to learn new things, then you're just unteachable, you know? And so I want to be teachable. I want to be learnable. Is that a word? Able to learn. I love learning new techniques and new things. And one of the things that kind of cracks me up is when I'll do something that's really old, like maybe a way that I do a certain stitch or something, and they'll say, is that new? I've never seen that before. I've never seen anybody do it like that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm old school. I learned 150,000 years ago. And so I was trying to figure out how actually long I have been crocheting, and it really is about, you know, almost 45, 50 years that I've been crocheting, and things have changed so much since I first started, but I still love doing all that old school style stuff. And so when you follow me, you're going to get old and new. You're going to get fun and not so fun. And I try to keep things a little bit easy in a lot of ways, but also a few things that are a little more difficult so we can learn new techniques. And so you're going to get everything, you know, and just remember, just because you do something different than I do doesn't mean you're wrong or I'm wrong. It just means it's different. It's not right. It's not wrong. It's just different. You know, for instance, maybe you prefer to do a Russian join, and the next person says, nah, I'm just going to knot that together. I don't mind. Or you may not like to stitch over your tails and then, you know, weave them in. The next person may say, no, don't do that. Don't do it that way. That's wrong. It's not wrong. You have to do what works best for you and what you're most comfortable doing. If you're not comfortable doing a Russian join, don't do it. Do another way that you like that's more comfortable. And that's what the art of crochet, in my opinion, is all about. Because the end result is what we're trying to get. But it's also the journey as you go there, you know? As you're creating this beautiful blanket, or maybe just a simple fingerless glove, as you're moving along creating it, you're making art. And that's what art is all about. There isn't just only one way to do something. You can do whatever works best for you. All right? And so I just really wanted to encourage all of you to not get discouraged. And if someone says something unkind, throw it away. Don't even, you know, if they delete it from your brain, you know, because there's always going to be those that are cynical or unkind. Don't be that person. You know what I've said a million times? If you've watched my videos, I've said this probably a million times. In a world where you can be absolutely anything you want to be, first of all, be kind. And so I'm going to leave you with that today. That's all I've got for you. Remember, 2 weeks, we'll announce the winner of our August giveaway. I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.